Should the Phoenix Suns get a play-in game? And I think the answer is absolutely. And listen, I understand that it all comes down to the numbers. The teams that had the best season on paper make it to the playoffs. I understand that. However, just hear my take and let me know whether you agree or you disagree. The Suns did everything they could and more. They won every single game. They didn't go 7-1. They didn't go 6-2. They went 8-0. Memphis had a 45% chance of making the playoffs. Portland had a 40% chance, and the Suns only had a 3% chance. And even with that 3% chance, they still went 8-0. And you're telling me we can't give them a play-in game? I'm not asking for them to be the automatic 8 seed. I'm just asking for them to get a chance to prove themselves. The NBA gave the Pelicans the easiest schedule in the bubble because they really wanted the Pelicans to make it to the playoffs. Now, some of y'all might be wondering, why would the NBA want the Pelicans to make it to the playoffs? They're not going to win a championship this year. And you're right, the Pelicans weren't going to win a championship this year. However, what is something they have on their team? Zion Williamson. Who have NBA fans been dying to see in the NBA ever since he was in high school? Zion Williamson. And we didn't get to see him play too much this year because he was injured, and then when he came back, not too long afterwards, the season got suspended. The NBA is a business, so they wanted to see Zion in the playoffs so that more people would tune in to watch him fly all over the court, and essentially that was going to bring the NBA more revenue. And that is why they gave the Pelicans the easiest schedule. So my thinking behind this is, if the New Orleans Pelicans had gone 8-0, they would have made an exception for the Pelicans and at least given them a chance. The Suns beat the Clippers, a championship contending team. And not only the Clippers, but the Suns beat absolutely every single team that they matched up with. And the only reason why they don't qualify is because the Blazers beat the Nets and the Grizzlies beat the Bucks, which in my opinion, the Bucks purposely lost that game, and here's why. So first of all, they didn't have Giannis because Giannis decided to go Victor Ortiz and headbutt somebody on the Wizards. So that put the Bucks at a slight disadvantage, but I'm speculating that Eric Bledsoe purposely lost that game for them. Eric Bledsoe is averaging more than 15 points this season, and in yesterday's game, he only had 3 points. Now, some people who don't know the whole story might be saying, Ray, just because Eric Bledsoe had a bad game, that doesn't mean he purposely cost them the game. You're stupid, Ray. A few years ago, Eric Bledsoe was on the Suns, and they decided to trade him to Milwaukee. So if I'm Eric Bledsoe and I have the chance to make sure the Phoenix Suns don't make it to the playoffs, meanwhile, I'm on a championship contending team, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure the people who traded me don't get to see any playoff berths anytime soon. So that's why I'm speculating that Eric Bledsoe purposely didn't play well. And after all, the Suns and the Grizzlies have the exact same record. And then yesterday when the Blazers beat the Nets, that pretty much put the nail in the coffin for the Suns. So once again, the only reason the Suns don't qualify for a play-in game isn't even their fault. I'm not saying that the Suns are better than the Blazers. I'm not saying that the Blazers are better than the Suns. I'm not saying anyone is better than anyone. I'm just saying let them play it out and we'll see who's the better team. If the Grizzlies beat the Suns, okay, fine. If the Blazers beat the Suns, okay, fine. You guys go to the playoffs. But all I'm saying is that they at least deserve the chance. And now I know that the Suns haters are going straight to the comments to say, making exceptions for a team just because they went 8-0 isn't the way the NBA normally does things. And you're right, making exceptions is not the way the NBA normally does things. However, an NBA bubble isn't the way the NBA normally does things. 2020 as a whole isn't the way the world normally does things. The NBA literally has absolutely nothing to lose with at least giving the Phoenix Suns a play-in game. The only conflict of interest I see here is that the playoffs start on Monday and the Memphis versus Trailblazers play-in games are scheduled for this weekend. The NBA is a business, so if they add another game, a game between two extremely playoff-hungry teams, so many people are going to tune in to watch that game. That would bring in more revenue for the NBA. And now I understand that there are people who are going to be saying, Ray, the playoffs aren't determined by 8 games, they are determined by what you do throughout the entire season. And yes, I understand that point completely. But the Suns dealt with injuries the entire season, and their number 1 pick didn't even play until after 25 games into the season. It wouldn't cost anything for the NBA to just let them play this game out. If the Blazers beat them, okay, fine. But at least they got the chance. Being the only team in the bubble who went 8-0 is enough for them to get a chance. Not even the Lakers, not the Clippers, not the Bucks, not the Raptors, not the Celtics. No championship contending team did what they were able to do. And out of every team in the bubble, the Phoenix Suns were one of the biggest underdogs. And you're telling me they don't deserve a chance after going 8-0 and having the exact same record as a team who does get the chance? playoffs. And yes, I understand that the way the system works, it's what qualifies the Blazers versus the Memphis Grizzlies. But after what the Phoenix Suns did in the bubble, and after having the exact same record as another team who does qualify, those are the only reasons why I think an exception should be made for the Suns. That's it. That's my take for the day. And I'm a Laker fan, by the way, in case y'all thought I'm a Phoenix Suns fan. My team's in the playoffs. We're the first seed. I'm not worried. So I have no incentive for vouching for the Phoenix Suns other than the fact that I think they at least deserve the chance. Give this video a thumbs up if you watched it all the way through. Comment your thoughts down below. Let me know if you guys think they deserve a chance. And subscribe if you're new. I post new NBA updates every morning, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. If you're still here, consider watching this other video I picked out for you down below. Please just watch it. I'm trying to get to 300 subs, so go watch that video. Let me know what y'all think. And hit the like button on that video too. All right, see you guys.